You're listening to Daily Nugget, dnugget.com for Friday, June 11th, 2010, and this will officially mark me getting back caught up to where the date should be. I'm sorry, the last few ones were late, but they're up now.
Posted Mondays on Wednesday.
And that's what matters. The best thing about posting a blog is I can post it like 3 days later, but make it look like it posted on the correct day. So you would not know the difference. Anyway, I'm Andy. I'm joined with Sam today. It's a skeleton crew, as everyone else, I guess, has better things to do than sit and talk on their
Bart
computer.
said he was going to the EC.
Oh.
Which makes me a little bit sad because, you know, East Chain is stupid enough. And then he gave it a stupid name.
Yes, Bart Whitman, don't call it that. Anyway, well, that's okay. I guess we can just make more fun of him. And
It's true.
Maybe he was doing some research in native lands where wild animals roam freely, like they were doing in remote areas of the jungle in Guatemala. They found that a certain cologne attracted wildcats and other animals.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not just talking about cougars in the sense that they're called now of older women. These literally attracted jaguars. It's a Calvin Klein obsession.
That makes me laugh.
And apparently what they do is they put this cologne on a piece of cloth, and the jaguars will go up to it and be like, "What is this?" And apparently the camera is picking up jaguars lingering around the cloth treated with cologne, repeatedly sniffing it. One pair of jaguars even showed some very rarely seen mating behavior. So,
well, it works for somebody.
I guess so. This is just quite odd. It just makes me think of that part of Anchorman where he puts on that cologne and he's like,
"They used real bits of Panther, so you know it's good."
Be honest with you, it smells like pure gasoline. And
stings the nostrils.
60% of the time, it works all the time. He said. But it's a tough decision, you know. When you pick a smell, you're really kind of spending some time on this because, you know, sometimes they're expensive and, you know, usually they last a long time. So, I mean, if you're considering one, Calvin Klein might not be it. Now, on the other hand, if you don't care as much, I was at the dollar store yesterday and they've got the knockoff perfume and cologne there.
I love those.
I don't know if either my nose doesn't work or if I just don't like most cologne, but they all smelled the same. They all smell like Windex. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because you're paying $1 for it. Have you ever done that, Sam, and gone to the imitation stuff? Or maybe I just don't like these name brand scents.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Most colognes that I've smelled, I haven't really liked at all. You know, I mean, I have to agree with Dimitri Martin when he says, I find it funny that the word cologne rhymes with alone.
Well, let me just tell you, I think the demise of wearing cologne, because I don't think many people do it anymore, happened when Axe came on the market.
Oh, that stuff is awful. And you know what's worse? Your brother wears it.
Dave, this is why you need to be on, so you can defend yourself. Yeah, and the problem is, you can't just put a little bit on. No. Anyone that has Axe uses half the can every time It's awful. You can smell them a half mile away. Now, that is what I wish these jaguars could smell, so they could kind of weed out the it'd be like, you know, survival of the fittest.
Yeah, I mean, that Axe stuff, every time I get near a kid that uses that stuff, it smells like they stripped down to their boxers and had a team of sprayers just go in a circle and hold the button down.
Sort of like a spray tan thing, a tan booth, but instead of the tan stuff, it's cologne.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the male spray tan.
Yeah, you know, I used to think that the only people that wore that large of copious amounts of smell were old women. But things have changed. Times have changed, folks. Teenage boys and old ladies have something in common.
It is a brave new world.
Oh,
A brave new world.
I remember the first time I met a kid with that stuff on, and I literally gagged a little bit. And he's just like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Nothing."
Let's be honest. It's the Megan Fox syndrome. You get the good-looking girls that in the commercials, and these guys were like, "Whoa, these good-looking girls are hitting on this guy because he's wearing the cologne." No, they're paid actresses.
It's true.
Just like
They're obviously paid a lot if they have to get near somebody wearing that junk.
yeah, and especially exactly like the Megan Fox syndrome. They pay her copious amounts of money to look good in geeky films that she would never otherwise date or even talk to anybody who would actually go see them.
Ugh.
And we're continuing to fulfill our commitment to mention Megan Fox in every single one of our podcasts.
That's so true.
It's our commitment to excellence here on the Daily Nugget. Also, we take your comments, criticisms, and comments to heart. I almost couldn't say that with a straight face. Anyway, we've got a note from Heather Turnberg, I think is how you say the last name.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Also known as my angry wife.
And she's angry because a previous email that I sent, or that she sent and I read on air, I said it, and I thought the way she wanted it to be read, but apparently it was not quite in the spirit of the letter. So I'm going to read this in a normal voice, my voice. Hello, Andy. Yes, you have the pleasure of a personal angry letter being directed your way. I was recently upset to hear impersonating me on the radio show. I wasn't upset at the fact you read my email on air, but rather upset that you portrayed me in such a terrible way. You should never do voice impersonations again. With that, I say, Jello Pudding Pops!
Dude, it really gets worse every time you do it.
nuggethatemail@gmail.com, or just you fill out the form at dnugget.com to send your hate mail. Do it.
Yes. Now.